ASMR, but it's art. Welcome to the new video. And I will show new art in ASMR style, and hope you actually enjoy watching. First up is this proto bird, which I hypothetically guessed what a proto bird would look like. It had a tail, wings. It could exist, but I'm not sure if it did exist though, because very unlikely. It had teeth and stuff. You know, this could exist. They adapted longer arms, which later became wings. You could see the mouth is more thinner, which could evolved like modern birds with beaks. I theorize that the beaks they evolve is for picking up small objects, with the birds with the bigger beaks. They could die. They died because they're too small to eat other animals, other big animals, or animals their size, and their mouths are too big to pick up small objects. So the ones with smaller mouths might pick up the most and survived. Time for the next one. Remember, there are dinosaurs, right? You guys know that it could have multiple behaviors. Oh, what the sigma? It could have multiple behaviors that I'm not gonna cover this up. I'm just gonna cover this up real quick. It could have multiple behaviors because it had very long claws. Like, for example, oh my god. For examples, as humans, we sometimes bite it, sometimes poke it and stuff. It could be theorized that the Rosinosaurus could. This could be a tree, and it could also use it to make sound because it's very long, like this. But I don't think that it's likely. But we could have more hypotheses. I don't actually own a Therizinosaurus fossil, so I could have no idea what it means. But yeah. Next we have is Allosaurus, and why its body is good for hunting. Now I've also hypothesized this feature of its body. Now what I think is it could have hunted pterosaurs like Pterodactylus and Ticus, or maybe it didn't live with them. I don't know. I haven't checked the updates on this. But also they have legs. They're long. So what we could do was we could compare their legs to birds, and we know from what we observe from birds, their anatomy, birds had strong legs which could be used for jumping. Because sometimes when a bird actually falls on the ground, they could land on their feet, or maybe the wings are just making them fall slower. But they had strong legs which could be used for jumping and climbing down objects, like going. What we could also notice here is the arms. I've noticed that Allosaurus had very slightly longer arms than their bosses like T-Rex, and it had sharp claws which could be used to grab its prey. And it could also be moved in a very effective motion, which could be used like birds, but maybe a little bit slower. Now we have is the dinosaur war, Dinoplant, Allosaurus, and Diplodocus. I don't know what that is. It's supposed to be a sauropod. I made this. This is what happened if dinosaurs had wars. Stegosaurus, Diplodocus, and Allosaurus would fight over anything, the territory. Which is bad since Diplodocus can breathe lasers and Dinoplant has swords. Allosaurus has none. I mean, he has teeth, but that's very natural. They already have that. Now I'm gonna discuss more about this because I really worked hard on the art. You could have tapping on this art, which other artists don't usually do with their drawings. It also seems like it has 5 claws on the front limbs. The back limbs only have 3 claws. I don't know if I could call them claws. I could just its toes. Also have the cape is one like this, like stuff. Allosaurus is it's not an accurate depiction because a real Allosaurus would not be skinny. The tester would not show, but I still think Allosaurus was sleepless. Now we have his Diplodocus. He has armor, he blows lasers. That's all probably. Now I also worked hard on this one. It's supposed to be a Mosasaurus. I don't know, it doesn't look that accurate. And a sponge. In this artwork we can see the Mosasaurus has a thing on his back. It could be it's a blaster thing with a piston which could shoot rocks. I think I used my imagination to do that. Alright, let's skip it. We also all knew that Mosasaurus was aquatic. I mean, it's a lepidopsaur. It's like a lizard. I drew lips on the Mosasaurus because that would be lizards have lips. You can also see the sponges. It's called S. Bartholomew. It's well, I can explain. This rock actually has a fossil which is I classified as a sponge. It looks like it's a sponge. It has things that a sponge has. Also I discovered it. I've compared it with other sponges, other sponge fossils. It looks like the only thing it looked like. And Mosasaurus, the best aquatic reptile lizard creature. Subscribe and don't forget to share.